Yes, Dr. Phillips' office, please. Oh, pathology here. We need to talk to Dr. Phillips rather urgently about some test results. Well, no, apparently it won't wait.
Oh, my God. G'day, Steve Faulkner here. Yeah, can you find Mr. Murray and have him sent to the Governor's office immediately?
I'm serious about this, Neil. It's all very well coming out here for the afternoon, but this is different. I want to go back.
Well, so you can serve out your time and go back into business as a prostitute? Is that what you want? You're not trying to run out on me, are you, Chrissy? I mean, we haven't had our picnic yet.
Me? No, of course not. We're going to have a nice little picnic. I've been dreaming about this day, just the two of us alone together like this.
Yes, me too. I think that'll be the only time we're ever together. See, I want you to enjoy your last meal, Chrissy, because you let me down.
Oh, no, I never knew. I wouldn't let you down.
Yeah, but you sold yourself to men, and I offered you a decent, pure love. But that wasn't enough, though, was it?
You're balmy, you're off your bleeding rocker.
Don't you ever say that to me. Do you think it's crazy to want to make this world a better place to live in? Well, is it?
No, because it's not.
Well, that's all I'm trying to do, Chrissy. Get rid of the whores and sluts that degrade men. No one will ever miss them, you see. I'm doing a service.
But you can't just go around killing everyone who you think is rotten.
Well, maybe not. But for every one I kill, perhaps I'll save some other young girl from a life in the gutter.
Yeah, but I'm not like that, Neil. You said you loved me.
Oh, yes, I did, Chrissy. And maybe I still do, but you see, that's why I have to kill you. When I was a little boy, my parents taught me always to respect women because they were special. I always remember that. I thought you were special, Chrissy. And you lied to me. So you see, as I said, that's why you have to die.
Well, there's definitely enough evidence for me to believe that Murray's the man we're after. Thanks to you, Mr. Faulkner.
But I've worked with Neil. I mean, I just can't believe he's a psychotic killer. And what about Chrissy?
Well, I've no doubt that he arranged her escape, so I think she's in a lot of trouble.
But I'm sure he liked her.
But that was before he found out she was a pro. Now, if we're right, this kink he has for prostitutes may be the only motive for the other two killings he's already done. I can't see any reason for him to change his M.O., can you?
Oh, no.
What's wrong, Meg?
None of this would have happened if I had opened my big mouth.
How did he react when you told him?
Well, he seemed indignant, almost angry, but then again, I had no idea.
None of us did. Now, stop blaming yourself.
No, there's no time for that. We've got to find Murray, and quick. Would you have any idea where he might have taken her?
No, none at all.
I remember Neil telling me about a place he had in the country. He was living there while he was working for the state mental hospital, but don't ask me where it was.
Well, I'll see if I can get a lead from hospital records. Could I have a line, please?
Anything happens to Chrissy, it'll be all my fault.
Oh, come on, Meg. None of us knew this had happened. Stop blaming yourself.
Oh, is there some news?
Yes, and it's all bad.
Meg told Neil about Chrissy's past. Now she's blaming herself.
Oh, don't be ridiculous. I don't want to seem callous, but anything that happens to Latham, it's her fault. What are you hanging about for, Fields?
Oh, I just finished putting some papers away.
If you're finished, get out.
Yes, Mrs. Powell.
I hope she didn't hear anything to cause problems.
Well, we have an address for our friend. Let's hope we're not too late.
Police this evening are still seeking the whereabouts of a dangerous prison escapee who evaded custody this morning.
Hey, B, some bloke's got out.
Good luck to him.
The woman, a prisoner at Wentworth Detention Center, escaped from the General Hospital, where she was admitted this morning for tests. She is 26-year-old Christine Margaret Latham. Police have released this recent picture of her. If you think you've seen her, Please contact your local police station.
Well, I'll be
I'll
buggered.
turn that down somewhere. She wouldn't be that stupid.
What's so stupid about wanting to get out of this hole?
She copped an extra sentence for her last little effort, silly bitch.
Well, we're not all past it, you know.
And what does that mean?
She's been trying to get into Neil Murray's Dax for ages.
So?
So maybe she got tired of waiting.
Well, if you're right, then she is even dumber than I figured.
You're not eating, Chrissy. You've got to eat something.
I haven't got much of an appetite. Maybe later.
It's no good postponing the inevitable. You see, you have to die. Now, eat.
No, please, don't, Neil, please. I don't want to die. What about my baby? I'll do anything. Please, just don't hurt me, please.
I won't hurt you, Chrissy. It'll be very quick, I promise.
But what have I ever done to you?
Nothing. But I'm going to stop you before you destroy me. Because you're dirty, Chrissy. You're dirty inside.
Neil, I have never done it just to make money. I've only ever done it to survive. Now, that don't make me dirty, does it? Let me prove it to you.
Stop it. Now, you did what you had to do. Now I must do what I have to do.
God, there must be something I can do.
Eat, Chrissy. It'll all be over soon.
Well, that's his car. It's bloody quiet, isn't it?
Don't move. It's only a car.
That must be him. Better call VKC.
I'm afraid it's got to be now. So we've run out of time.
She's still alive.
It's no use. There's nowhere for you to go.
Murray! This is the police. We don't want to hurt you. Give yourself up.
I put you on a pedestal.
Help me, somebody, please! He's gonna kill me!
Careful, you might hit her.
You sure you're all right?
Is he...
Well, he's lost a bit of blood, but he'll recover. Maybe it'd be better for him if he didn't.
Oh, don't say that. He's sick, that's all. He's the only one that's ever treated me like I'm worth something. So don't you say that.
If you say so.
It's a lucky thing for us you escaped, Latham. We might never have caught him otherwise.
But I didn't escape. I didn't.
That a fact? What are we all doing here then?
I just wanted a few hours alone with him, that's all. Just a bit of time together.
Come along, Latham. Let's get you back to Wentworth.
We just wanted to be together. I was coming back.
God, it's like a bloody graveyard in here. No wonder Chrissy couldn't take it no more. A lucky bitch.
Got a funny idea about what's lucky, Margot.
What are you on about?
The police were here a while ago. They think that Neil Murray helped Chrissy escape.
See, what did I tell you?
Yeah, but they also think that he's the psycho who killed Penny and Tina. And that Chrissy could be next on the list.
Oh, garbage. Mr. Murray? Never. You're making it up.
If you're on the level, Latham's in for a lot more than she bargained for.
Mr. Murray is a good bloke. Lovely manners, too. I don't believe it.
No, me neither, Lizzie. Anyway, Fields, where'd you get this information from? Your friendly, freaky screw?
As it happens, I was working in reception and I heard it myself. Anyway, you should talk about friendly screws. I mean, you weren't past taking their help when you wanted your work release.
I had a deal with him. You lagged on him. There's a difference.
You turning into a screw lover or what? If Flashy Faulkner was on the take, why shouldn't we dob him in?
Shut your face, Margot. Mr. Faulkner's a good bloke.
You don't have to finish it all today. Why don't you take a break?
Yeah, well, those windows will have to wait till tomorrow.
I'll get you a cup of coffee if you like.
No, thanks. I better keep going. Hey, chicken. Want to get Buster there and get me a new duster? Well, quick. Hurry up. Hurry up.
Hello?
Sally? It's me, Peter. Guess what? I'm on my way to the airport now. I'll be home in time for dinner.
Oh, Peter, that's marvellous. What time does your plane get in?
7:45. Can you keep Michelle awake and both of you pick me up? It's flight 523.
Don't worry, we'll be there.
Good. I'll see you soon.
Bye. Love you. Maxine, can you stay an extra hour?
Yeah, sure.
I want to make something special for dinner. Peter's coming home.
Steve, wanted to say goodbye. Suppose you got lots of plans for the boat?
Oh, yeah. I haven't had much chance to think about it yet, though.
Oh, come on. I feel rotten about this. It just doesn't seem fair to you.
It's all right. It's more sensible for me to go. You and Meg are dedicated to the job. For me, it was just a way of making a living.
Yes, it was. In the beginning. But now, oh, we had a pretty good officer.
Thanks. But in the long run, that doesn't really count for much, does it?
Latham, are you all right?
I don't think you'll get much out of her, Mrs. Powell. She was pretty wrung out and the police doctor had to sedate her.
Come on.
What about Neil Murray?
Well, he's in the hospital at the moment. He's not fit to plead. We think probably he'll end up in an institution.
Mess.
Well, at least we got Latham back. I wouldn't have given you odds on that an hour ago. Well, I've got to go. See you.
Thank you.
She hasn't exactly given me an easy time in here, but I hate to see her like this.
I know what you mean. Listen, do you want to go to your cell and rest? Come on.
I'd better get going.
Good luck.
Thanks. Good luck to us all.
Well, well, you're back. Too bad the honeymoon's over.
Just go away, please.
What's the matter, Latham? Didn't you enjoy your little outing?
Leave me alone. You wouldn't understand.
They tell me your boyfriend turned out to be a psycho. You should have known. Nobody in their right minds would want you. Maybe you'll be a little more careful who you pick next time.
I'll make bleeding sure I'll never pick anyone as vicious and as rotten as you bitch. I'd sooner be dead.
You nearly were, Latham. You very nearly were. But then, of course, I don't suppose anyone would have missed you.
Hi. They've just brought Latham in.
Yes, I heard. How is she?
Oh, she's okay physically. Mentally, she's a bit of a wreck. It appears she had genuine feelings for Neil Murray. Can you believe it?
Oh, poor Chrissy. Thank God for Steve. I don't think any of us would have suspected Neil otherwise.
Nope. She owes him.
Yes, and I don't think she'll get the chance to thank him. Oh, I feel rotten about all of this. I mean, it was my idea to set Joan up in the first place, and now the whole thing's blowing up in our faces. Just doesn't seem fair that he should take the blame for the rest of us.
Just a minute. Mrs. Davidson agreed to the plan. That's the only reason I went along with it. You're not suggesting we all resign, are you?
No, of course not. But it just doesn't seem fair that Steve, who would have made a damn good officer, gets booted out in his ear whilst Joan Ferguson gets off scot-free.
No, Meg, he resigned. He wasn't fired.
That's only a formality, and you know it. The whole system is just so unfair.
Well, if you feel that badly about it, complain.
To the department?
Try closer to home.
Erica? Yes, I will.
Here we are.
I've got beef Wellington in the oven.
Great. I should eat here more often.
You should.
I'm ravenous. Well, aren't you going to ask me how it went?
Oh, I'm sorry, darling. Tell me, how did they like the layout?
Great. They loved it with a capital L. They think that yours truly is some kind of a genius.
They've got very good taste.
So have I. And here is a little something to prove it.
Oh, Peter. Oh, it's lovely. Oh, it is good to have you home. I did miss you. Hey, this weekend, why don't we go up into the hills? We could take Michelle and have lunch at that great
Sal,
little place that we used to...
Not so fast. I've got to go back, darling.
Back? Well, back where?
Back to Adelaide, love, to finalise the contracts. We will, but not this weekend.
It's always not this weekend. Peter, you're only home just to collect your laundry.
Now, don't talk nonsense, Sally.
Peter, this is your home, not a hotel.
And work is work. Now, be reasonable. That contract could be worth $200,000 a year to the company, and 10% of that is mine.
I just don't want you to go away again. Please.
Sal, we're talking about a lot of money here.
Look, I don't care about the stinking money. I just want us to be together.
Yeah. Well, that stinking money, as you call it, buys one hell of a lot of comfort. What do you think pays for the steaks? For this house? And for little joys like that,
We don't need those things if we've got each other.
Grow up, Sal. You're talking like a child. If you've got some romantic notion of living in an attic, forget it. I like our life just the way it is.
I just want us to be together for a while.
You've proved your point. We will. But not this weekend, sweetheart. I've got to work, and that's all there is to it. Okay?
Here, bus fares, $2.50 lunch.
Bang goes lunch at the Hilton.
Sign?
Aren't you telling me not to spend it all in one place?
Morning, all. Well, another day at the fun factory.
Not much fun without Mr. Faulkner.
That's enough, Smith.
You reckon? I think it's a shame someone else didn't resign instead of him.
Oh, sounds like he's already left. Oh, pity. I really quite liked him. I would have liked to have said goodbye.
Oh, yeah, I bet.
I don't know what you're implying, Smith, but Faulkner was doing deals with prisoners, and we can't have that, can we?
You too.
That is enough. I don't want to hear another word on this subject from anyone.
Suits me. I've got work to do.
One day that big dyke is going to outsmart herself.
No, Smith, that is enough. Now, go on, get a move on, or you'll miss your bus.
Oh, come on, Mrs. Powell. You know damn well you can't stand her any more than the rest of us can.
Mrs. Ward is waiting.
Oh, all right, I'm going.
G'day, Jude.
Morning, love. Oh, I hate these window pane letters. They're only bills and more bills.
Any coffee going?
Yeah, there's water in the jug, there's coffee in the jar. Help yourself. Anyway, what are you doing hanging around here? You're supposed to be at work. It's after 8 o'clock.
Yeah, I know. Well, maybe she'll be okay today, though.
Who?
Mrs. Dempster. Her old man was coming home last night and she bucked up a bit. I don't know, most time you could cut the air with a knife in that place.
They don't get on too well, do they?
Oh, beats me. He's away a lot of the time. You know, I reckon he likes his job more than he likes her, and she knows it too. They don't know how lucky they are to have a beaut little kid like Michelle.
Yeah, well, if I were you, I'd keep out of it. You won't get any thanks from them. Oh, would you look at this electricity bill? Now, how the hell can we run up something that high?
Well, at least if I keep an eye on the kids, knowing that Belter when I'm around.
You just keep out of it, love. Let them sort it out themselves.
Oh, don't worry about that, Jude. I've got no time for either of them. Coffee.
Hey, this is fantastic. This is it. This is the approval for the concert.
Oh, you mean the one at Woodridge you were telling me about?
Yeah, Myra's been working like a dog on that. And you know what? We're going to get the proceeds of one of the performances as a donation. The rest is going to go to other charities.
Ah, that's beaut, Jude. Hey, is Whitworth involved?
Well, I got to check with Mrs. Davidson. I'm going to see her today.
Ah, that'd be beaut. Hey, you can put me down to sell programs. I hear there's a few good sorts in Woodridge.
Will you get your mind above your navel, please, and go to work?
Yeah. Coffee.
Oh, hi. How are you today?
Oh, I'm fine. See, about yesterday...
Look, let's forget about that, okay?
I bought you a little peace offering.
For me? Look, you didn't have to do this, Louise.
I wanted to. Like I said, they don't call me Cookie for nothing.
Oh, gosh.
I wish you'd call me that too, Bea. Then I know you still weren't annoyed at me for sticky beaking.
Look, Cookie, I'm really sorry I snapped at you yesterday. You were just trying to be friendly and... Well, I'm not used to it, that's all. But thanks for the cake. We'll be able to gorge ourselves at lunchtime.
Oh, you can. I've got to go up to Kerry's school to see the headmistress.
Trouble?
Yeah, Kerry's been giving her teachers a really hard time. I don't know what gets into that girl. She's so moody. Doesn't talk for days and then lashes out at her father for no reason at all. Poor Errol, he's such a good dad. She acts like she hates him.
Oh, well, I wouldn't worry too much. Most kids go through that sort of stage when they're in their teens, especially girls. You probably get a clue as to what's wrong when you go up to the school.
I hope you're right, Bea. I tried telling myself she'll outgrow it, but... Oh, I'm worried sick.
Thought you were going to do the windows this morning.
Yeah, we'll take another look. I've already done them.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm feeling a bit strung out this morning.
Yeah. Well, you look $1,000,000 anyway.
Thanks. My loving husband is giving up an hour of his precious time to take me to lunch at Cyrano's.
Yeah? Geez, they charge you just to look at the menu in that joint. I'd be over the moon if anyone was shouting me to a $100 dinner.
Yeah, well, it'll keep me quiet for a few days. By the way, you see my present from Adelaide?
God, strike me. It's fabulous. It's real nice.
Very pretty and very expensive.
Hey, chicken, you want to play some more?
I better go. I'm running late.
Round we go.
Hello?
Hi, hon. Listen, I'm afraid I've got bad news.
You can't make lunch.
Afraid not. It's the Silverman account. We're in a meeting now. It could take hours.
Okay, I'll make a sandwich here.
Oh, thanks, love. I'll make it up to you.
Don't say that, Peter. You're always saying that.
Look, if it was anyone else but Silverman, I'd be there
Doesn't
with
matter,
bells on, you know?
Peter. Just doesn't matter.
What's that? It's a squirrel, isn't it? And what's that?
A baby!
A baby!
It looks as if I'm not going any place after all.
Well, wish me luck. Hope Mrs. Davidson's in a good mood.
I can't balance this petty cash. You didn't take $2 for anything, did you?
Yes. I needed some milk. I forgot to put it back.
You've got to list it in the book.
Yes, sir, Mr. Treasurer. Sir. May I go now?
Sure.
This old
And
man,
good luck.
he
Thanks.
played... What he played?
Oh, hello.
He played knick-knack on
How are
my...
you, Michelle? You're recruiting him a bit early, aren't you?
Yeah, well, I've got to have someone to talk to, don't I, Jude?
Hello, love. Have you come to help me do some sums?
What's happened?
My mother started hitting the bottle after her old man stood her up for lunch. I didn't want Michelle there if she was going to get pissed, so I was going to take her to the park, but it started to rain, so I brought her back here.
Yeah, well, you did the right thing, but I don't think she's going to have much fun here.
Oh, don't worry. We'll find plenty to do. I think I found myself a new girlfriend.
Okay, well, have fun. Bye-bye.
See you later, Jude.
And she said the day before that Kerry just walked straight out of her English class after telling the teacher where to go. Oh, I was that embarrassed.
Well, what does Mrs. Lord seem to think the problem is?
Well, she doesn't know either. And she said Kerry's nerves seem real bad. And I told her I'd take her to the doctor, but Mrs. Lord seems to think she needs a psychiatrist. What am I going to do?
Look, I wouldn't panic yet, love. Try talking to her first.
Oh, Cookie, there's a phone call for you. I didn't know you were back, so I took a message.
For me, or was it Errol?
No, Mrs. Lord from the school. It seems your Kerry went off right after you left and she didn't come back.
No, what's she up to now?
She's probably just gone home.
Fred, I know there's a couple of hours, but could I...
Sure, go and find her.
Thanks.
I hope everything's okay.
Oh, me too, Bea.
That is a nice lady.
You're not wrong. She's one in a million, Cookie. She deserves a bloody sight better than she's getting, I know that.
Yeah, this kid of hers seems to be running her ragged.
Well, you can't blame Kerry, not with a rat bag like Errol for father. I don't know how Cookie puts up with him.
Well, the PRG have got it all organised. They're going to use the little theaterette at Woodridge, and the prison group are going to get together the show.
Well, I think it's a marvellous idea. And you say the department has approved it?
Yeah, I got the okay this morning. Tell you the truth, I think they're glad that we're raising money on our own without asking for handouts from them.
Well, I'm very happy for you, Judy, but I do think the department could have asked Wentworth to participate. We do have very close links with the Halfway House and the PRG, and we are capable of staging a concert, even if we don't have Woodridge's facilities.
Well, I'm glad you said that, Mrs. Davidson. Because I think it would be a good idea if we had a joint concert, if Wentworth was involved as well. Of course, we'd have to do it at Woodridge.
You mean male and female prisoners together?
Yeah, shocking, isn't it? Well, what do you think?
Well, you certainly don't do things by halves, but I think it's an excellent idea. Of course, there will be problems, for instance, getting the women to Woodridge for the performance.
Yeah, don't forget rehearsals.
Yes, I think we can manage it. There will have to be extra security measures now that Mr. Faulkner and Miss Cornish have left.
Mr. Faulkner's gone?
Yes, for personal reasons. However, if the department approves, I'm sure we can manage it. We'll also have to restrict the number of women involved, but apart from that, I think it should be a very exciting venture. Hello? How was your morning off?
Oh, awful. I couldn't sleep last night thinking about this mess we're in. It's just outrageous, the treatment Steve's received. Is Mrs. Davidson in yet?
Yeah? So you're still going to complain?
Well, I have to. If I don't get this off my chest, I'm liable to explode.
Oh, hello, Mrs. Morris.
not
Wait
now.
to hear
Please,
what
please,
we've
Judy.
got going. What did I say?
Just what is it you've got going, Bryant? You spent so much time here, it wasn't worth releasing you in the first place.
Well, maybe I can't keep away from you, Mrs. Powell. Actually, we're trying to get a joint concert together with the prisoners from Wentworth and Woodridge.
You've got to be joking.
No, it's no joke. At least the department doesn't think so. We've already got approval, and Mrs. Davidson thinks it's a great idea.
Well, I was going to say asking for permission would probably be a waste of time, but if you've already got it, congratulations. It's good to see somebody doing something positive for Wentworth.
Yeah, thanks.
Well, I won't keep you.
Here we go. You go in and say hello to your mum. Hello. How was the park? Well, we didn't quite make it that far, but we had a good time, didn't we, Michelle? Yes. Yes.
Great. Let's all have a good time.
Yeah. Hey, listen, Michelle. How about you and Buster going upstairs and having a bit of a rest? No. Hey? No. No? Look, I'll tell you what. You be a good girl and have a snooze, and then later on we'll play heaps of games, okay? Yes. Good girl. Now, up you go. I'll be up in a minute. I'll get you some coffee.
No. No. You can go home. Unless you want to fill my glass again.
Yeah, well, I'd say it's been filled enough already for one day. But I reckon I'll stick around a bit longer just in case the kid needs me.
You don't think much of me, do you?
Nothing to do with me.
Well, I don't think much of me either. The only thing I know how to do is be a wife. My husband's not interested. He doesn't have time. All he wants is a housekeeper. Someone to look after his kid. Someone to look good, to impress his clients.
Yeah, but isn't that being a wife?
No. No, it's not. I want us to share things, to be together. I want him to need me. Me, not just anyone.
You reckon he's got someone else?
No, worse luck. I know how to fight another woman. But how do you fight a man's career? The job comes first, and it always will. He just doesn't consider me. He'll just keep going away when he wants and leaving me here on my own with nothing.
Look, Mrs. Dempster, most people go through their whole lives with nothing. But you got all this. And a beaut little kid, too.
Don't you understand? The one thing I really want, I can't have. I'm a failure, Maxine. I can't cope anymore.
But why should Steve be used as scapegoat? I mean, it was my idea. We were all in it together.
Meg, will you please calm down? I sympathise with what you're saying, but I simply don't see how we can change things at this stage. Steve has already left.
Well, call him back. Refuse to accept his resignation. I mean, anything.
I can't do that, even if I wanted to. Mr. Douglas has Steve's resignation, and he's accepted it. I might add that if someone had not taken the initiative and resigned, heads would have rolled, including my own.
Oh, they couldn't do that.
Oh, yes, they could, and they would if they thought it necessary.
But why single one person out?
Well, try looking at it from another angle. Steve realised just how much our work meant to us here, and he was prepared to sacrifice what he claimed was just another well-paying job to him. By doing so, he's lifted the pressure from all of us, and we owe him a great debt. We also owe it to him to accept his decision as final.
All right. But I just wish I could see Douglas and tell him what I think of him.
Well, I'm afraid I have another reason for making you feel that way. I tried to phone you this morning, but you'd already left.
Now, what is it?
I think you'd better sit down.
This shift transferred there. All right?
Home, sweet home.
Thank you, your bag.
All yours. What do you expect to find?
Rules. Let's check it. And what have we got here?
Looks like a cake.
Looks very nice, but I shall have to check it.
What for? Illegal sultanas?
Okay, doesn't appear to be anything there.
About 3 million calories.
We can take it through.
Thanks, I'll use it as a sieve. Oh, tar.
How'd it go?
Wonderful. I've been suspended.
What?
Well, compulsory leave is the correct term. I have to sit around for 2 weeks whilst the department investigates this Joan business. Well, I'll go. The way I feel right now, I may not be coming back.
Well, it's not going to be easy with 3 officers gone. Are we getting any replacements?
Well, it's highly unlikely. You know what the department's like.
Well, as long as they don't sack the governor and deputy governor.
Well, there's no mention of it yet.
Good. Morale is certainly low enough as it is. I really think we've got to do something about it.
Yes, I know. What did you have in mind?
To be quite honest, I haven't a clue. I thought you might have some idea.
Well, it's quite a coincidence, actually. Judy Bryant was in here earlier with much the same suggestion. But she has a plan already worked out, and I think it might work. And I do need an officer to do the liaison work.
Whatever it is, count me in.
Well, thank you very much, Mrs. Powell.
No, not at all. Only too happy to help. What was Bryant's plan?
No dinner ready and you sit there drunk out of your skull. I don't ask for much, God knows. But you act like a spoiled bitch every time you don't get your own way.
What?
What the hell is wrong with you? That you've got to drink yourself into a stupor in order to get through the day.
Yeah. Well, she was all dressed up with nowhere to go. Got the feeling some joker stood her up for lunch.
You keep out of this. What the hell are you doing here anyway?
Well, someone had to look after your kid. Your wife wasn't up to it.
How dare you speak about Mrs. Dempster like that? You can go now. I don't need you anymore tonight.
Yeah, but I got to bath Michelle and put her to bed.
I'm quite capable of looking after my own daughter, thank you very much. I said you can go.
Right. It's fine by me. Good night.
And knowing how most of you jump to conclusions every time a rumour starts, I'm setting the record straight.
Are you trying to tell us Steve Faulkner didn't get canned?
Mr. Faulkner resigned because the job was taking up too much of his time. No more, no less. Obviously, you ladies need something to occupy your little minds.
How about a mass escape? That might cheer us up.
No, Smith, I had something a little less drastic in mind. We're going to organise a concert.
A concert?
Big thrill.
It might be if you gave it a chance. For a start, it's going to have an outside venue.
And who was going to pay to see Lizzie kicking up her heels?
I suppose it'd be a chance to get out of this dump.
Oh, well, suit yourselves. I'll let you think about it. If anyone is interested, let me know.
I reckon a sing-song would be just the thing to brush the cobwebs away, don't you, Ben?
Well, if you say so, love. Frankly, I can't see the point. We're not exactly brimming over with talent.
Meaning we should give the whole idea the big A.
Not necessarily. You can do it if you want to. I'm going to be too busy working to get involved anyway.
Oh, it'd probably be a real drag.
Ah, well, I'm gonna volunteer. You lot are a bunch of wowsers.
Hello? So... Okay, just hang on a minute, will you, please?
I'm off due.
Okay, love. Give our love to Michelle.
Yeah.
Max,
Yeah.
it's for you. It's a fella.
Ooh.
My luck's changed. Hello?
Miss Daniels, I'm sorry to ring you at such short notice, but I'm afraid your services will no longer be required.
You mean you're giving me the sack? Well, yeah, okay, but what about Michelle? Who's going to look after her?
That is her mother's job.
Yeah. Well, excuse me, Mr. Dempster, but I don't think your wife's fit to look after a dog, let alone a kid. Besides, Michelle really likes me.
I'm aware of that. But I don't like you. Now, I'll send you a cheque for what I owe you. But since you no longer work for us, I want you to stay away from my family from now on. Is that understood?
Good morning.
Good morning, Mrs. Power. Have you had a chance to speak to the women about the concert yet?
Well, I've mentioned it, but the only interested one so far is Birdsworth.
Really? I thought they would have been very keen, especially when they found out it was a male prison.
I'm sure they would have, which is precisely why I didn't tell them Woodridge was involved.
You think some of them might have taken advantage of the situation?
Oh, of course they would. At least this way, I'm only going to get the ones interested in the concert for its own sake.
Good point. Well, I'll leave you to it.
Thank you.
Oh, hello, Smith. How are you enjoying a new job?
Oh, fine, thanks. Mrs. Davidson, can I ask you a favour?
Oh, yes. What is it?
One of the women at work has asked me home for lunch. I didn't want to go without asking you first in case you heard about it. And I really can't think of an excuse for saying no. I've already turned down a dinner invitation.
Must be very difficult for you. Well, I see no reason why not.
Oh, thanks. I really appreciate it.
Not at all. Enjoy your lunch.
Of course, it's nothing fancy, but, it's home, close to work. I just wish you could have met Errol.
Yeah, well, I'm really sorry about dinner. Like I said, this old aunt I have to look after, plus a couple of friends I've promised to catch up with.
No, never mind. I'll fix us a nice lunch. You're lucky to have so many friends, Bea. Must be nice to be in demand.
Oh, yeah. Terrific.
Sit down and relax. I'll make us some savoury pancakes and rice. Is that all right?
That sounds great. Can I give you a hand?
No, I'm right, thanks.
What's going on? What's the trouble? You said it was going to be all right. You said it would be all right.
Visitors?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, don't push. Give us some things. Quick. Will you give me a ring?
Yeah, I'll call you tomorrow.
Okay, bye.
Errol. I'm sorry, Bea. I'm just very sorry you had to be dragged into this. Oh, whatever must you think of us screaming at each other like that?
Oh, don't apologise. I know what it's like when your old man plays up. What are you going to do now?
Do? Oh, what can I do? That girl was not much older than Kerry. Oh, God, it's disgusting. I couldn't stay with him now, Bea. I'll just have to take Kerry and leave. Thank God I can earn my own living. At least we won't starve.
G'day, love. What's cooking?
Family troubles.
Trust me to put my foot in it.
Look, love, this isn't helping.
My whole world's caving in, Bea. Yesterday, Kerry couldn't talk to me about running off from school, and now this. I want to lash out and hurt him like he's hurt me.
Well, that isn't going to solve anything, believe me. Look, just because a bloke has a bit on the side, that doesn't have to mean a marriage is over.
Oh, you don't understand.
That's where you're wrong. I had a neighbour once. She had the lot. Nice home, husband, daughter a bit like your Kerry. Yeah, she had the lot all right. Till one day she came home and she found her old man in bed with her best friend.
Oh, my God, what did she do?
She went crazy and she killed the other woman. But that didn't help. She just ended up in prison. And it wasn't long before she realised she'd killed the wrong person. Her old man neglected the daughter, and she couldn't even get out to help her own kid. Anyway, the daughter, her name was Debbie, got involved with the drug scene, and she died of an overdose, alone. And then when my friend got out, she shot her old man. But that still didn't stop the hurt. Maybe things would have been different if she'd tried to work things out in the first place.
Oh, that's awful. Bea, your daughter's name was Debbie. There wasn't any neighbour, was there?
No, there wasn't any neighbour. So please, love, think carefully.
Well, that's taken care of. At least I know Michelle will have proper care for one day. Oh, by the way, Mum says she hopes you're feeling better, as she so tactfully puts it. You ready? I'm going to miss that plane.
There's nothing wrong with me. You don't have to protect Michelle from me. I'm a mother. If you hadn't fired Maxine, she could have stayed here and looked after her.
And if you acted the way a wife and a mother should, we wouldn't have needed Daniels in the first place.
How dare you? What do you know about running a home?
Bloody darn sight more than you, it would seem.
Well, I'd keep out of it if I were you. It might interfere with your precious job.
And if you did your job as well as I do mine, I wouldn't need to interfere. As it is, you're a washout as a wife and a total disaster as a mother.
But what do you know about it? You're never home long enough to find out.
Thank Christ. If I couldn't get away, I'd go up the wall.
Great. You do what you want to do. Just don't tell me. I'll tell you something else. I'm going to rehire Maxine.
You do, and I'll fire the both of you. Now, hurry up.
I've been thinking about what you said.
Did you decide on anything?
Well, I can't feel the same way about him, but, well, I've got to think of Kerry. And
You're going to stay with him then?
yeah, I'll stay with him till Kerry's old enough to start living her own life. And then I reckon I'll have had enough. Maybe I'll start living a new life of my own, who knows?
I think you've made the right decision, love. No bloke is worth stuffing your life up for.
I owe you a lot, Bea. Thanks.
Oh, that'd be silly.
No, I mean it. I mean, we haven't been friends for that long, and you've been a real friend to me, Bea, and I'm really glad to know you.
This'll do. Pull up.
Well, don't you want me to park?
No, I'll walk from here.
Suit yourself.
I don't suppose there's any point in trying to talk to you sensibly.
Not if you're going to lecture me, there isn't. Why don't you make out a list of orders? Do the laundry, clean the house, look after your daughter. Stay off the booze, keep out of trouble. Yes, sir, no, sir. 3 bags full, sir.
I don't know why I even bother. You're not worth it.
When are you coming back?
The way I feel right now, maybe never.
Peter!
give me roses. I wish he could again, but that was on the outside, and things were different then. On the inside, the sun still shines, and the rain falls down, but the sun and rain are prisoners too. When morning comes around, last night I dreamed we were together.